Gratitude for your attention and your time today. My goal, my objective, my purpose, intention is to do my best to bring light and love and awareness into the planet, into myself, for my dual mission of living my life, my own journey, and fulfilling the space of being a channel for everyone else in doing so. So today I wanted to continue the messaging I've been receiving about coming to know yourself as your higher self. That's my intention with this, but I will see what Spirit has to say and what is coming through our higher selves to our awareness today. So I'm just going to relax into myself a little more and allow my dimensionality to take control of the wheel. Our lives that we live, they are surrounded and deepened by the love we learn to be, the love we give, the love we receive, all there to show us, to teach us, to hold us, to treat us with the love of the Creator. The more we allow ourselves to flow and to know this love, the more we embrace ourselves, who we are, how we are created to be. It teaches us how to feel, how to see life, awareness, how to treat people. Love is essential to our existing, experiencing, to our knowing of ourselves. It is the root of our existence. As the root of our existence, it is the basis of our existence and of all things that flow into our lives. Our heart space, our love is the channel. It is the space in which all things can happen and be and become. It is the space where we gather ourselves, we gather the pieces, the desires. It is our hearts desiring, bringing us to particular conclusions, awarenesses, gains, and even losses that show us our truth. You can say is love. True love would not lie, would not need to lie. Love is truth. Yes, love is the Creator as well. Love is the essence of the Creator. It is the base energy that all things exist, that the Creator created. Love is not so simple as we may have thought love to be. It is the becoming. I'm seeing it as the dark space from which all things come, like a murky, gelatinous environment of darkness, which actually brings forth all creatives, all creations, all things that are creative. It is where our thoughts send signals. It's where our creation attaches to the energies that bring forth the circumstances and situations, the substance that call forth the environments of creating. It is the murky, unknown space that we make things real. We realize here. Reality is bathed in this substance that's invisible to our eyes, that channels all the frequencies, all the waves, the wavelengths of our expression into That murkiness allows things to come to happen, to be, to express. All of it is returning on these waves to us. It is like ripples in a bucket. I'm seeing a picture of a bucket with a stone dropped into the bucket of liquid, and there's ripples in the water, and the ripples go back and forth. On these ripples travel out into the universes. We, all things, are connected to these waves, yes, like a grid, across existence. Beyond our planet, we affect things. We bring things in. We bring in experiences. I'm experiencing a lot of energy right now. Whew, it's very high. Okay. We affect universes. We affect universes. This is being shown to express the grandeur of our essence, to express the strength, the power, the level of activation is the word I'm feeling of what it is we do and think and feel, mostly feel. Our feelings are the strongest trigger. And it's taking me back to the other conversation where I was saying that the no is just as strong as the yes, because it's the energy behind it that actually moves it, not the word itself, but the emotion of the energy is what gives it power. Love is the greatest power. Love is the greatest power. It's the greatest emotion. It changes things. It changes how we are. It changes the strength of everything we do or feel in that love vibration. If we lived from love, it's like imagine what we can create if we truly lived in that vibration. I'm asking, how do we tie this into our higher self? How is this tied in? We are made in the essence of love. We're made out of this murky, dark energy. This is where we come from. Oh, okay. So we are made of that essence, that dark, deep energy is what we are made of. We are made of the creative energy. We are made of it. So when we think and when we emote, we we send emotion. When we do that, it is so powerful because that is what we're made of. So as if to say, we don't need to seek a feeling. We just need to be within ourself, in our awareness, and to feel what it is we wish to create. It does not require any verbiage because energy is life itself. So the more you do this in awareness, the more you feel what you're desiring, the more you feel into what you create, the more you emote that creation, the more powerful you can create, the more intention, focus, will that you put into those feelings and thoughts. It's like the more creative juice they have, It's like the practice can be to feel the creation instead of thinking about the creation, instead of putting words to the creation, instead of affirming verbal affirmations of the creation, to just emote the creation. And I'm seeing like waves of color just vibrating off into the ethers. So, okay, this is about the awareness of who you are. This is connected to the conversation of the higher self in the way of it is understanding what it means to be in your higher self, to live as your higher self, instead of living these illusions of the stories of who we create, or what we create, excuse me, what we create as the idea of who we are. To actually be who we are is to understand this emotion, this emoting, this emoting of energy. That is where everything comes from anyway. It is just in your awareness. And after you erase, rub out, and alleviate, remove those things that you just don't need because they're just not doing anything for you, those things that clear your frequency, those habits, those thoughts, those just habitual patterns that we run energetically, just reviewing old thoughts, just feeling old feelings, just letting things just happen just because that's just what you've always done. Letting those thoughts and emotions and things just come up and come out and just express and just for no reason. Just clearing all of that excess out just because it's excess. Not necessarily because it's damaging you, but because it actually does interrupt your emotion, your emoting, your vibrational wheeling into the universe. It is disruptive. So just to take away those little things that you don't need, they will clear that vibration you send will be that much more potent because there's nothing for it to lose its wave while going through. It's not going to be interrupted by, oh, there's this little, oh, there's another pebble. Oh, oh. It's like that won't be happening. It'll just be smooth wave flow from your emoting. And so you do not have to focus and spend all of this time doing rituals, lighting candles, all of that. It's just taking a moment to recognize this emoting moment. I want my dream home. Instead of you saying that, feel my dream home. This relaxation that comes to you, this relief that comes to you, this excitement that comes to you, whatever it is that comes to you when you're emoting this idea, emote it. You don't need to say it. I believe that's why initially my ancestors, my grandfather told me to study energy, because energy will teach you everything you need to know about this life. So energy is emoting. When you feel something, those vibrations, and you know it already. Because think of when you have a powerful thought. Think of when you have a forceful thought. Think of when you have those moments of extreme, those moments of clear statement, those moments of shifting, or whatever that moment is, where you're like yes or no. Whatever that feeling is, that emotion, emoting we do is so powerful. So what I am saying is that's knowing yourself. When you know how to emote, how to send those things out consciously, and to do it when you want something, like when you're having a moment, and I'm saying want because I don't know a lot of words to express this. When you're having an intense desire, when you're in that space of yes, and you imagine that feeling of what it feels like, feel it. You don't need to know the words. Just feel the goodness of it. Feel the richness of it. Feel the purity of that moment that you're in that space, doing, feeling, living, and whatever you're doing in this moment of desire. Whatever that desire is, feel it. Go into the feeling and feel it, because that is the magnet. That is the magnet. I used to say that receiving was based off of like matching the frequency of what it is to have it. So if you were wanting a relationship in love and you want a certain relationship that feels secure or passionate or whatever that is for you, you feel it. You emotionally live there now. Because if you can emotionally live there now, then you will undoubtedly have it here. It's just that's the science of life. And people call it the law of attraction, but you can call it however, whatever you want. It's emoting. That's what it is. It's you're here with it so deeply and truly emoting that I mean there's nothing in the way. It's just, you see, it's just coming into your hand. It's just yours now. It's here. And so that is what spirit has to say about who we are today, and to understand, to do more of that all the time. Like, make it your normal practice, something you want. When you think of something you desire, just immediately go to the feeling. Don't even worry about the words. Just, what does it feel like? What does it feel like? Because energy crosses all language barriers. Okay, energy is undeniable. It is undeniable. It's a part of being. Flesh, non-flesh, any kind of existence is energy. Okay, so emote what you want, and just just allow those things you do not desire to just stop. And just allow them to acknowledge. Allow yourself to acknowledge where you want to be, what you want to feel, how you do or don't want to feel. And I'm feeling, let me just go check in. Okay, I'm hearing trust. Trust the magnification of yourself. Trust the magnification of yourself. Okay. As you understand yourself, allow the expansion to happen. Allow yourself to go into these new spaces of feeling and being. Trust yourself. Trust the process. Trust the experience. Oh, that's a new one. Trust the experience. Trust the experience to unfold to your greatest experience. Experiencing. Okay. Trust yourself to emote those energies. Trust the process of emoting. And I'm hearing breathe. Accept. Accept. Accept who you are and accept the experience. They want us to try this. It's what I'm hearing is, let yourself try this. Do an experiment. Let yourself try it and be open and see what happens. And it's going to show you some things. Okay. And whatever it is that you decide to try it on, whatever that topic or desire is, that's going to show you some things too. So in the experience of emoting, you can be shown the things that don't match the frequency of the emotion you sent out. And it's saying what I'm hearing is allow the things that don't match to fall away, to become known, to clarify. Allow the things, so pay attention to what is coming up in your reality as you emote, so that you can come to grips with what you are doing, feeling, thinking, saying, being that isn't the frequency of what you're emoting, so that you can clear the waves. Clear the way for the waves to ripple through your existence. Okay, there's an energy of how these waves come from us. And when they come out of us, oh, wow. Okay. When they come out of us, if we have a resistant or dualistic perspective for what we're desiring, oh, wow. When we send out that wave, ooh, it's like the rock doesn't just, is the rock, the blockage, the whatever it is that's in the way, in the energy that's tied to that. Whatever it is that you have entangled into that desire, it is almost, oh wow, it's almost as if it goes out on the wave. Like, it's still, it doesn't, it's in the wave, it's disrupting lines of the waves, but it's still on the wave. So when it goes out, that disturbance goes with it. And so when that hits its match in the ethers, let's just call it the ethers, in the ethers, it brings you back. It stops there, it hits, boom, hits the match, brings it back. So that rock couldn't go further. That disturbance, that dualistic energy couldn't go further. So once it matched its match, then it comes back on the waves. And when it comes back on the waves, we have an experience. This is interesting. Okay, we have an experience that matches that energy, and then we can say, do I want to hold this, or do I want to dissolve it, integrate it, and correct that? Or not correct, but because it's not really an error. It's not an error, but adjust that frequency and send it back out. And then when you send it back out, it's clearer. It's like, oh, okay. Okay, do we have anything else that's right on the wave? Oh, we do, we don't. Whatever, and whatever comes. So whatever comes up after you send that out is going to show you. It's going to show you where you have dualistic perspectives. So if you got this high flying, you know, I am a triple Grammy nominated actress. So that's the desire. You send it out, but you have stuff that says, but I don't know how I'm gonna get there. Or you say, but maybe I can't do it. It's a little disbelief. Or I want it, but I'm a little scared because when I get to success. Or maybe I don't have what it takes. So whatever it is that's attached to that, the dualistic frequency riding on that wave, you're gonna get it back. And that's going to like shake up, trigger, shake up, whatever it is that's in you that matches that frequency. So it could be something you read online that happened to someone who had a similar experience to what you're thinking, and they're talking about how they resolved it, or they're complaining about what they're going through, or they're making a statement that's demonstrating their pain, and that resonated with you, and you're like, dang, I feel the same way about myself. I understand what they're saying. And that's showing you, that's showing you, that's showing you yourself. So when you see that, unfold it. Why do I feel like that? Why is that there? What happened? When did I start thinking this? How can I shift this into what I want? And then from there, you can go ahead and do what you want to do. So this is what they're showing me. I never thought about it that way. And so then when we do this and situations happen that are uncomfortable, we are like, oh, why did this happen? Because you're sending out what you want, but it had that dualistic bing, the little rock in it. And so now you're getting it back and you're like, oh shoot, I asked for this and I got that instead. Man, this is like doomed. No, actually it's the clarification of the way to you receiving what you want, because you sent it to the universe. The universe received it fully and completely and wholly. It was like, oh, okay, they want that, and they want that on this wave of that. So on this wave of success, they want a stumbling block, they want some confusion. Let me get them back. I'll give them exactly what they want, exactly what they asked for. And you're like, man, why is happening? I asked for this. You getting you just didn't know because you weren't aware of what was going on all totally inside of you. So you sent out this wave and you didn't know what you put in the wave. So this is why these kind of things happen. And so that's what Spirit is showing me today for us to understand about stepping into this higher frequency. So yeah, that's basically the sum of what I'm feeling today. But in closing, I wish you all the most abundant and aware unfolding. Peace, love, infinity.